66 years old, and I think it's probably the best gun I've ever made. I look at it, it's like every curve and every line, it's all perfect. It was just, it was incredible. It's just incredible, because it was like the culmination of my whole career. I've been doing this all my life. I mean, this project started when I was 12 years old, and I bought my first surfboard, which was a used balsa wood board. It cost 20 bucks. You know, starting to make surfboards, and shaping surfboards was always, for me, an art. Making the foam boards were like lithographs. They were reproduction. And I started making wood boards, and I shaped the first one. I'm not doing this again. It was like pretty brutal. And there's some people that have personalities where they just can't sit still. I just got to keep trying. You know, as my career progressed, I was in a position where I could concentrate on my art, and that's been the Agave board. First thing is actually obtaining the stocks, and so you can't go buy the wood. You've got to go find them in alleys and backyards. They're planted all over California. They're actually all over the world if you look. It's a 30-year cycle for the plant. You're going to have about 6 to 8 stalks that you need for a board, so you've got to find those, and then I've got to let it dry for another year. So when it's all ready to go, then I mill it. You do one glue section at a time, and it takes about 5 or 6 days to glue it. I just let my hands and my subconscious take over, and it's a one-man show all the way. You're always inspired by the person that you're going to make it for. Alex is one of the best young big wave riders in the world. If I could have picked anybody to ride that board, it would have been him.
When I first walked in Gary's factory and walked down the hallway, turned the corner and look, and that lighting from the shaping bays just lit up every little grain of the agave, and my heart stopped. Gary shaped a beautiful, beautiful surfboard, and it needed to be ridden. It needed to be matched on a big wave. That's what needed to really bring this home.
It's your boat. It's your survival craft. You gotta have a good one that you trust. You gotta have a board that's capable of allowing you to survive in big waves. That is what we call a big wave gun.
Riding offshore waves can be difficult in that you'll get the swells, but to get those conditions is rare. I think what's becoming more and more my favorite part of surfing is the one thing we need in our control is completely out of our control, and that's Mother Nature. When we rounded the island and got our first look, you feel like you've escaped to Neverland, somewhere that nobody knew existed.
I used to, when I shaped and worked, it's kind of hand to mouth for so many years, and I just put a little bit of money aside. We'd go out and camp out on the island in the lighthouse, and that would be the big thing for the year. And you'd ride whatever came your way. And those 3 days, I just like nonstop surf, and I come back, okay, we're ready for anything. For my soul, that's where I get this serene feeling that I just, makes me happy. Now we have so much information that's available, we just kind of wait for the forecasters to tell us what to do. I still have my own kind of ways of doing it, and I'll be able to feel this is the time. The winds were light, the sun was out. You still don't know what you're going to get until you get out there. There's a lot of expectation and anxiety. Try and shut both of them off. It was crowded. A lot of surfers out. Jet skis for rescue. And every time you paddle for a wave, it's got its consequences. And I just saw this big one come in. A couple of strokes and he was in, right place, right time. I was just so excited right at that point. On that last wave, you got the full experience. You don't really feel the wave until it hits you, and then you feel the source. Things have changed, everything's changed. Fortunately, I look at change and if the essentials haven't changed. Big wave surfing allows you to experience your life in one little composite all at once. I guess there's a lot of love. When you're working on something and you're just so passionate about it, some of that must come through my hands. I'm not thinking. I've been doing it for 50 years, and I'm not thinking anymore about it. I just let my hands and my subconscious take over, and then I just get surprised with what they come up with.